All right, let's talk financial freedom. When you hear that, what do you picture? For most people, it's private jets, giant mansions, and a bank account with so many zeros it would break a calculator. I get it. I used to think that too. I mean, who doesn't want $1 billion and a garage full of supercars, right? That was my definition, until two things happened that completely changed my mind. First, I met a literal multimillionaire. You'd think this guy would be the most relaxed person ever, but nope. He was a complete wreck. He couldn't sleep because his money was going up and down by thousands of dollars every hour. He was glued to his phone, constantly checking stocks, and was literally more stressed than anyone I knew. His money didn't buy him freedom. It bought him a prison made of gold. Then, there was my old yoga teacher. This woman probably never made more than 50 grand in a single year. But for the last 6 years, she's been living on a beach in Portugal, has never set an alarm clock, and is so happy and calm it's insane. She wasn't rich, but she was 100% free. Seeing those two people, at total opposite ends of the money spectrum, literally broke my brain. It made me realize everything we're told about financial freedom is wrong. Today, I'm going to show you that financial freedom has nothing to do with how much money you have, and everything to do with 3 secrets you can use right now. We're going to redefine what it means to be free, not just with your money, but with your entire life. Forget the private jets. Financial freedom isn't some crazy number you hit one day. It's the day you stop checking the price of asparagus at the grocery store. I'm being serious. It's the day that tiny voice in your head asking, "Can I afford this simple thing?" just vanishes. It's a switch from stressing to feeling amazing, from being forced to having a choice. And here's the craziest part. This is not a fantasy. This is achievable for you, and it's faster than you think. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I am giving you the exact 3-step plan that took me from panicking every time I got a bill to playing paddleball on a Tuesday afternoon. This isn't about getting rich. It's about getting free. First, we have to be on the same page and redefine the term, or nothing else I say will make sense. Financial freedom isn't about having enough money. It's about having your passive income consistently pay for the life you choose to live. But here's the secret, most important part of that. You have to actually like the life you choose. Think about it. If you hate caviar, it doesn't matter if you can afford $1 million of it. It's still gonna taste gross. It's the same with a life filled with expensive stuff you don't even want. This is where everyone messes up. They chase a lifestyle they saw on Instagram, buying stuff to impress people, and end up more stressed than when they started. So your first challenge is to figure out what the life you want actually looks like. Not what your parents want, not what your friends have, and definitely not what some influencer is selling you. What makes you truly happy and peaceful? Once you know that, do this next step. It's super simple. Write down the monthly cost of it. Yes, literally. How much does that perfect life cost every month? Include everything. Housing, food, hobbies, travel, even your daily latte. When I did this, my number was $4,700. Yours might be way higher or way lower. There's no wrong answer. The only thing that matters is clarity. Because once you have a real number on a piece of paper, your brain stops freaking out about money and starts treating it like a math problem you can solve. It becomes a real target, not a vague dream. That is incredibly powerful. So go ahead. Pause this video right now. Grab a pen, do the math, and hit play when you have your number. Do not skip this step. This is your foundation. Okay, you got your number? Amazing. Now let's destroy your stress. And here's a crazy fact. Money stress isn't solved by making more money. It's solved by building a buffer. A financial breathing room for when life punches you in the face. This is insane. Harvard researchers found that people with a 5-month emergency fund had the same low stress levels as people earning double their salary who were living paycheck to paycheck. Think about that. Having a safety net can literally make you feel as secure as someone earning twice as much as you. A cash cushion beats a pay raise every single time. It's not what you make, it's what you keep. So how do we build this magic cushion? Easy. Open a high-yield savings account at a different bank than your main one. This is so important. We want it out of sight, out of mind, so you can't just easily spend it. It's a psychological trick. Then, set up an automatic transfer for the day after you get paid. You pay your future, secure self first. And here's the best part. Start ridiculously small. Like, just 1% of your income. 1%. You will not even feel it. I'm serious. You won't miss it. But in 6 months, you'll look at that account and realize you've built a real fortress against panic when your car breaks down or you get a surprise bill. When I started this, my transfer was a tiny $22. It felt useless, but I stuck with it. 18 months later, that tiny amount snowballed into a 5-month fortress of money. That security, that peace of mind, gave me the courage to quit a side job I hated. The emergency fund bought me my freedom. Now, let's talk about work. Most people think financial freedom means you never have to work again. And yeah, that's one version. But a better, more real version is that freedom isn't about not working. It's about not being forced to work. It's working on things you actually like, with people you like, when you want to. To do this, you need what I call a tripod income. Imagine a camera tripod. It has 3 legs, so it's super stable. If one leg gets shaky, the other 2 hold it up. Your income needs to be a tripod. The 3 legs are your main job, a knowledge-based side hustle, and investments. Let's break it down. Your main job is leg 1. It pays your bills today. Leg 2 is your knowledge-based side hustle. This is something you're already good at. You're not trading your time for minimum wage, you're selling a skill. This can pay you tomorrow. For me, I tutored med students on Zoom. 2 hours a week at $120 an hour was insane money for the time. That cash didn't get spent. It went straight into leg 3, market-based investments, like low-cost index funds. This leg, the market, is designed to pay you forever. It's your money making you more money while you sleep. The magic happens when all 3 legs work together. Your job gives you stability. Your side hustle gives you extra cash to dump into your investments. And your investments grow and grow, eventually making enough money to pay for your life. Once your investments can pay your rent, you suddenly have insane power. You can work less, change jobs, or tell your bad boss you quit because you're no longer dependent on that one paycheck. Look, I know building a tripod income might sound hard, but it's actually super simple. If you want the exact spreadsheet I use to track my income streams and a free curated list of 20 side hustles you can literally start this weekend, here's what to do. Drop the word tripod in the comments below. I'll personally send it over to you. It costs you $0 and will take you 43 seconds. No strings attached. I just want to help you get started. Now for the final secret, budgeting. Most people hear budgeting and think no fun allowed, but that is completely wrong. Budgeting isn't restriction, it's permission. It's a tool that gives you permission to spend crazy amounts of money on what you love by cutting back on stuff you don't care about. A good place to start is the 50-30-20 rule. 50% of your income for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. But rules are meant to be broken. You have to customize it. My split ended up being 30-30-40 because I love to travel more than I love fancy restaurants. I'd rather cook at home and use that money for an adventure. Your numbers will be different, and that's the whole point. Make it work for you. Once you have your percentages, automate everything. Automate your bills. Automate your investments. Automate your giving. Set it all up so it just happens. The money that's left over, That is your 100% guilt-free play money. This isn't a suggestion, you have to do this. When you give every dollar a job, something wild happens. Impulse buys become boring. That little rush you get from buying something random, it disappears because you've already decided to spend your money on things that bring you way more happiness. I stopped buying sneakers I'd forget about and started buying plane tickets that I still smile about years later. That one change cut my annual spending by 18%, and I never felt like I was missing out. It felt like liberation. I was finally in control. Let's talk about making this last forever, because financial freedom isn't a finish line. It's a journey that keeps getting better. Freedom gets bigger and bigger emotionally before it even gets bigger financially. Every month your emergency fund grows, your brain logs a win. Every time you see your investments go up, your brain logs another win. These small wins stack up and build so much confidence, which leads to even more wins. You start to trust yourself in the process. This isn't just a nice feeling. It's the foundation for an amazing life. After my third Tuesday morning drinking coffee with no alarm set, I stopped checking my stock app every day. The anxiety just went away. And the craziest part is, my portfolio actually grew faster when I stopped micromanaging it. The emotional freedom led to better financial results. So how do you keep this amazing loop going? Simple. Set quarterly money dates. Literally put money date with a heart emoji in your calendar. Make it a ritual. This is your special time to review your budget, check investments, and make sure you're on track. And this is critical. Only make tweaks during these meetings. The rest of the time, live. Go enjoy the life you are building. Don't let money run your life. Let it serve your life. If you're thinking, okay, I'm in, but what are the exact index funds you're talking about? Or you want to see the single book that completely changed my life, you're going to want to subscribe. Smash that subscribe button right now because I'm making deeper videos on those topics next. And for that game-changing book, the link is right in the description below. It's free to click. It is an absolute must-read. So, after all this, what does financial freedom actually mean? It's not about buying the yacht. It's the morning you realize your oat milk latte isn't a splurge. It's just a Tuesday. It's the email you send saying no to a project that pays well but would drain your soul. It's buying that asparagus without even looking at the price tag. Not because you're a millionaire, but because you planned, you prioritized, and you built a life where small decisions don't cause you stress. Define your number, the exact cost of your dream life. Build your tripod income so you have multiple ways to win. Spend money only on what you truly love, and flip that stress to security switch so you can finally have peace of mind. Do those 3 things, and I promise you, the cars, the watches, all that stuff becomes background noise. You won't remember the exact day you hit the number, but you will remember the first Tuesday you stayed at the beach past sunset, simply because you could. You'll remember the feeling of saying no to something that wasn't right for you, or yes to a crazy adventure, without even thinking about the cost. That's the real prize. That's genuine freedom. And it's so much closer than you think. Start today.